is the palette tag. So I will be answering questions on palettes. Now, I don't have a ginormous stash like a lot of YouTubers do, so my palettes may be featured a few times throughout the tag, just because I don't have that many palettes that a lot of YouTubers do have. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below, and don't forget to subscribe and change the notifications to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you want to see how I did this look should be up, so I will link it above for you. All right, let's jump in. My newest palette is my Morphe Cross James Charles. It just arrived about 2 weeks ago, so this is it. And I have used it once so far, and I haven't used it again yet. My oldest palette. So my oldest palette, if you had have asked me a few months ago or even a year ago, I would have had plenty of really, really old ones from back when I was in high school, but they've all gone in the bin now. So in my stash, my oldest palette is my Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this was actually gifted to me by my mother-in-law a few years ago. She went to America and she came back with this for me. I asked for a decent bit of makeup, so this came back with her and I absolutely love it. My most expensive palette is my Jawbreaker by Jeffree Star palette. It is approximately $88 without shipping here in Australia. So this is my most expensive palette, but it's definitely very loved. My most affordable palette is going to have to be my Focallure Smile palette. So I was actually gifted this one when I did a certain amount of on order on the Focallure website. They popped this in for free. So this didn't cost me anything, and I do love the formula and I love this palette. I have used it. I'll try and link it above in some videos that I've used. However, if you're wanting the most affordable palette that I've actually paid money on, it has to be this Milani one. So this is the Bare Necessities Everyday Eyes eyeshadow collection, and it has everything that you need. And when I brought this, it was 50% off, so it's definitely my most affordable palette. My everyday palette. Now I do reach for a few different ones for my everyday palettes. I normally reach for my Sex Kitten by Tarte and the Tarte Neutrals or Naturals. So I tend to do a combination of these two when I am doing an everyday look. My most colourful palette has to be my James Charles and my Jeffree Star palettes. They are definitely my most colourful palettes in my stash. My smallest palette has to be my MAC one. So I got this last December when I had makeup done in store and I had a store credit to use. So it's just got 6 shadows in there. My biggest palette is my James Charles Cross Morphe. And for reference, my biggest and my smallest palettes. A palette that was worth the hype. For me, it has to be my Jawbreaker palette. I absolutely love this. It is 100% worth the hype. I would purchase this over and over again. The formula's amazing, the colors are amazing, and I just love this to death and use it all the time. A palette not worth the hype. So I'm not too sure if this had much hype, but this palette here, the Revolution Colourful palette, to me, after playing in Jeffree Star palette, Jawbreaker palette, this is not worth it to me. This just sits in my little collection and doesn't get touched because my Jawbreaker is hands down amazing formula, and this one is crap compared to my Jeffree Star palette. Favorite palette from a favorite brand. So my one that I have in my collection is my by Blue Blood by Jeffree Star. I absolutely love this palette. I love the design, I love the little clasp, and I love all the colors. I love blue on my eyes. I do a lot of blue looks, so this is hands down my favorite palette that I own. It is running with Jawbreaker. Jawbreaker is very, very close, but I would use this for going out as well as every day, whereas my Jawbreaker, there is a specific look that you're going for when you use that, because it's bright colors, whereas this one I can use it, yeah, every day for glam or just general everyday looks. My most used palette. My most used palette is going to have to be the Modern Renaissance. So this is because I've had it for a few years. I use it quite a bit. I do tend to lean towards it heaps now as well. So that is my most used palette in my stash. And lastly, my palette with the best memory. So for me, again, it's going to have to be my Modern Renaissance. This is what got me started into makeup. It was gifted to me by my mother-in-law and I absolutely loved it. It did take me a few years to really play with it and venture out, but I have lots of good memories attached to this one, and I don't think I could ever get rid of this palette even when it goes bad. I absolutely love it. So this definitely the palette with the best memories for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button down below, and don't forget to subscribe and change notifications to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!